Hey guys, what's going on? Ken Rayder here for Rayder Sports. And what a time it is to be a football fan. That's right, with the NFL going on, you got the Kareem Hunt thing that happened today. But I'm going to make a video. I've been wanting to do this for a couple days now. Because you have the AAF, the Alliance of American Football. They just had their draft for quarterbacks. The pick or protect draft. And we got some familiar faces, we got some unfamiliar faces, we got some new blood coming in, people we don't know well. So let's get down to how the draft went. And Vegas threw us some betting odds on who they feel is going to take home the first or inaugural championship, whatever it's going to be called. Can't call it a Super Bowl, but that's the championship game. So, first off, with the first pick, the San Diego Fleet decided to protect their rights to the former Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback, Josh Johnson. He will lead the Fleet. He is odds-on favorite to win the MVP award, according to Vegas. With the second pick, Aaron Murray, the former Georgia quarterback, who is also the SEC career touchdown leader. Momentarily, I think, given 4 years, Tua Tagovailoa will exceed that number by and large. Third, the Memphis Express decided they were going to keep their rights to Troy Cook, a quarterback from the University of Tennessee Martin. He only had about 1,000 yards in 2017. I mean, I don't know what kind of offense Tennessee Martin runs, but welcome to Memphis, Troy Cook. And the San Antonio Commanders, they were the only other one to protect their pick, and they protected Justin Vaughn from West Texas A&M. He was a third string. He was a quarterback for the Cowboys. Was signed as a free agent, undrafted free agent. He actually made the team as the third string, and then was demoted to practice squad, and then ultimately cut. But he did make the starting. Well, he did make the 52-man roster. So at least we know that he has some kind of upside. The Birmingham Iron, they were the first team to pick. They picked Luis Perez out of Texas A&M Commerce. Another cool little school that we know almost nothing about. So I did some digging, and it turns out in his 2017 senior year, Luis Perez had 5,001 passing yards with 46 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and a 113.94 passer rating. That is pretty good. The Arizona Hotshots, they selected a guy we know, Trevor Knight, the former Oklahoma who transferred to Texas A&M after sitting behind Baker Mayfield. He didn't like that, so he went to A&M. And this is something, I guess his rights were... I think the rights were to Arizona, if I'm not mistaken. But San Antonio fans are screaming. If you're following any of these teams on social media, you would think these teams have been going at it for 40 years, especially San Diego and San Antonio. I mean, San Antonio already has a fan hashtag called Sink the Fleet. Like one of the best ones that I saw was one of the best posts, counting the days until Josh Johnson meets the Alamo Dome turf. Go home, old man. I mean, San Antonio seems to be the loudest of the fan bases, probably followed by Orlando, and then followed by Memphis. I don't see much about Arizona, and I don't see much really going on with Salt Lake, the Stallions. And anyway, so the Hotshots drafted Trevor Knight. Orlando drafted Garrett Gilbert, a former Texas Longhorn who then transferred to SMU. He was a 6th round NFL draft pick. He was a backup quarterback in Carolina. And then the Salt Lake Stallions in the 1st round selected Josh Woodrum out of Liberty. I love Liberty University. I have a couple of friends who went there. You know, being from, the car doesn't have a muffler, asshole. But anyway, I will continue. So the Salt Lake City Stallions selected Josh Woodrum, a quarterback out of Liberty. I love Liberty. I hope he succeeds. And other mentionable names that we know and love. Christian Hackenberg, former Penn State guy. I've seen him play twice personally myself. I saw him play kind of an iffy game in the rain against Army, in which I still say if Army didn't fumble 6 or 7 times, Army probably would have won that because the final score was only like 20-14. But then I saw him absolutely dominate and look spectacular against Illinois. Heartbreaking, yes, for me. As I was probably the only one there rooting for Illinois other than the student section, but which only had like 40 people. I mean, it was really small. Shows you Illinois doesn't travel well. Memphis also went big name that we know, Zach Mettenberg, from the former standout from LSU. Marquise Williams, the former North Carolina quarterback, who was the reason why the Bears quarterback, whose name escapes me at the moment, didn't start until his senior year. So this is a great dual threat. I actually think he might actually take the job from Dustin Vaughn later on because of his dual threat capabilities and how good he really is. It's actually shocking to me that somebody with that upside, that talent, is not in the league. And then the last one that I really know personally, from my recollection, is Scott Tolzien, the former quarterback out of Wisconsin. He was drafted by Birmingham. And so, Scott Tolzien, I think he made the Rose Bowl, actually. So, I mean, there's some upside. He's kind of on the small side and played in a run-heavy offense. But, we'll see what kind of offense they have over at Birmingham, and maybe it'll work well. And so with all this being said, Vegas went ahead and gave us early odds. And so we're going to go through this. I've separated them from East and West. And the odds-on favorite to win the championship and the East is Orlando. They're sitting at 5-2. Memphis, they're sitting at 6-1. Atlanta, they're at 12-1. And Birmingham is trailing the pack at 15-1 odds. San Diego is leading the West at 4-1. Arizona at 5-1. San Antonio at 6-1. And the Salt Lake Stallions are there at 10-1. So tell me, what team are you looking forward to? Who do you like for the championship? Do you think Vegas odds are too soon like I do? Or do you think maybe Vegas is onto something? I don't know. But according to Vegas, Steve Spurrier is going to win the championship for the first inaugural Alliance of American Football League Championship. Thank you guys for watching. I'm so glad about the response to my other AAF videos. The one has like 340, and I know it doesn't sound much to some of you guys, but it really is to me, because as I jokingly say, this is the deepest, darkest corner of irrelevancy on YouTube. And so if you guys find me, that's awesome. So thank you guys for your support on those AAF videos, and I hope you guys like this one. If you do, smash that like button. Thank you very much. I'm Ken Rayder, signing out.